Have you ever wanted to live the nomad life, but you weren't sure where to start? Doc Calloway has been living the nomad life for almost 4 months now, and he would heartily recommend it. Benefits include not having to run a generator, non attachment to material things, and not having to run a generator. Now let's get started. What do you need to live the nomad life? To start off, you will need a vehicle. Doc has chosen this ambulance as his vehicle of choice for living the nomad life. This vehicle will be your home for the remainder of your character's short and brutal lifespan. Choose it well. Do not use your home vehicle to drive around town and get it all banged up by zombies. Park it wherever you intend to stay for a while. In this case, the art gallery in Louisville. And then don't move it. Instead, use another car as your going around town vehicle. In Doc's case, this Corvette. As you can tell by the hood, it has been smashed into many zombies, trees, and light poles. You don't want that for your home vehicle. Your home vehicle should have enough storage for everything you need to live the nomad lifestyle. This is what Doc has used to travel the map and live for almost 4 months. Items that you usually have to pick up in a hurry or get to, such as weapons, or a hand torch or soap, just keep in the main inventory so you don't have to worry about it. Buckets of water can be used to lay out on the ground and collect rainwater wherever you're living, such as this bucket of water up there. The items that you will need the most essential ones, are your tools and your cooking supplies. For tools, you don't actually need a sledgehammer, so don't worry about that. But you will need a pipe wrench in case you ever decide to set up a rain collector wherever you are living temporarily before moving on to the next place because you are a nomad. Some kind of axe. This could even be a stone axe or the means of making stone axes to chop down trees for firewood. All of the car tools that you will need to fix your car: a wrench, a jack, a lug wrench, even a tire pump if you're feeling ambitious. A propane torch is essential to fix the hood of your vehicle. Once you level up metalworking enough, you can use metal sheets to fix the hood. And a welder mask is essential to level up your metalworking enough for it to be useful. How to use generators is not essential, but I play on a multiplayer server, so this can be very useful to show to people who are looking for it. Nails, also not essential, but can be useful if you intend to build anything. Scissors to rip up leather strips to practice tailoring, and a shovel to dig your own grave when you inevitably get bit. But this is all you really need tool-wise to be able to live the mobile nomad lifestyle. Now let's move on to the cooking stuff. In the cooking stuff, the most essential item that you will need is the empty cooking pot, because this will allow you to disinfect rainwater, make it potable. And you can also cook a mean soup in it if you want. Otherwise, the general basic cooking stuff you want, it really depends on what you want. In my case, I like to bake sometimes, so I'll have a baking pan and a bread knife. I have a frying pan and roasting pan in case we have to make a roast. A saucepan for rice and pasta. Spoons to eat it with because we're not some kind of savage. Peanut butter and chocolate, these are actually for trapping. So I use my cooking bag for any kind of food getting item. So the twine, the chocolate, and the peanut butter are for trapping because you can trap rabbits and squirrels with that. And this is pretty good as bait. It's not for eating myself. On other lines of food getting, I have the herbalist, again, because I'm on a multiplayer server, and I would like to show it to people who are looking for it. But you'll need matches in order to start a fire to disinfect your water. You need the axe to cut down trees in order to make a fire pit, in order to boil the water. You don't need to carry around a grill because they're so heavy. You could just make a fire pit. Downside is the fire pit might light you on fire and then you die. So use at your own risk. Some bowls. Doc actually carries bowls with him also. But you'll probably want at least 3 or 4 bowls. So you can split up soup in the pot and then put the pot back out to get rainwater. And then I have all the fishing stuff too, so we can go fishing. If we set up camp near a body of water, I have an umbrella to keep Doc dry while foraging in the rain. Because foraging in the rain, you can get a lot of worms, which you can then use to fish. Same deal with the paper clips. Paper clips are for fishing. And that about wraps up what we have in the cooking bag. Regarding food, bring some food with you. In this case, I have some canned food, some dried kidney beans, not very much. But generally, if you're living the nomad lifestyle, you're going to want to gather food wherever you are living. And this food is only to be used in emergencies or when you can't find food because you're running for your life from zombies. In Doc's case, he prefers to forage for food because that gives you infinite berries. You'll just live forever. Other than the tool bag and the cooking bag, most everything else is optional. You can also bring medical supplies, probably a good idea. Doc also carries medical supplies on him, as usual. But I carry a particularly large amount of medical supplies because I am playing a doctor on a medical or multiplayer server. I like to keep things organized in bags like this, just so that I don't have to scroll through this list every single time I want to find something. I can just look in a smaller list anytime I need to look for things. And this because I play on a multiplayer server. I also have a bag full of trade goods, things worth trading with other players. So these are quite nice. So once you have your cooking stuff, your tool bag, and your medical supplies, all the rest of the space in your trunk really you can use for consumables, such as food, weapons, or ammunition. One important aspect of living the nomad life is giving up attachment to material things. You may be tempted to walk around taking everything in your hoarder ways that you lived previously, but you're going to have to give that up. Only take what you absolutely need. Grab a thing of food when you use a thing of food. Refill your water when it runs out. Grab more weapons once you have used your weapons and they've been broken. Don't just keep piling things up, because this small amount of space in your trunk goes very quickly. You can get pretty frustrated, and then you'll end up doing something like making a base. And you don't want that. You want to live the nomad lifestyle. So if you like this guide, good. I'm glad you did. Thank you all, and peace out.